Did you guys miss me? No? That's okay. Sound like my dog Baguette. Anyways, Happy New Year. Today, we're gonna make hashweh, which is basically just Middle Eastern rice loaded with either lamb or ground beef. It sounds harder than it is. That being said, there are 1,000 different ways of preparing this. Every region has its own way. Every country, every household, every person. This is my specific way, and not even. I found an easy recipe, and I've made it even easier because of who I am as a person. Anyways, let's get to it. Surprise! Now, the first thing you want to do before you really even do anything is you want to grab 2 cups of rice, put it in a colander, drainer type of thing, put a bowl underneath it, and rinse it. I'm gonna bathe the rice. This will keep it from getting mushy. So now I would leave it like that for minimum of 20 minutes, up to an hour. Let's go prep our spices, which I like to pre-mix, and cut our vegetables. Anyways, follow me. Now, when it comes to the spices, I'm a little heavy-handed. 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, black pepper, garlic powder, cumin, some allspice, some truffle powder, maybe ginger. Point is, don't skip out on your flavor that you prefer. Okay, so while our rice chills in its bath, grab your 1 pound of ground lamb or beef. I prefer lamb for this just because it's nice. Your chopped up onion, red onion, and I threw in 2 cloves of garlic in there just cause, you know, hey, why not? Handy dandy olive oil. You want about a tablespoon or 2 in your handy dandy Dutch oven. Simply the best. Turn it on to medium high, little low, little hey, little oh. And then just heat that up. Let that heat up a little bit. So that's gonna heat up very, very nicely. Have your salt nearby. Oh, the salt and also your pre-mixed spices. You're gonna be using half now and then half later. And the salt you may just need for 2020, what a year, huh? Yeah, 2021 will be much better. Trust. I hope so. I really like this dish because it contains 2 of my favorite things. Rice and ground beef. And I like rice and ground beef because I can use a spoon. So you want to sweat this a little. And this, by the way, this feeds a lot of people all at once. And it looks very impressive. It's easy, it's fun, it cooks a lot of people. It cooks a lot of people, just like Hannibal Lecter. Ha ha ha. It already smells delicious. So good. So good. You're gonna need a bowl at the end. Not at the end of this. You'll see why. And a slitted spoon. It's just easier that way. You'll see why. Alright, here. Nice and shreddy. Oh yeah. Okay, that is sweating up nicely. Then we're gonna add our 1 pound of ground lamb. Lambethwok. Lambada. Use this thing that just grinds it up for you. Oh yeah. And you want to brown this. Oh, it already smells delicious. Honestly, you can just eat this as a, never mind the rice. If you're trying a low carb alternative, just do this part with the spices that are about to go in, but not quite yet. Now that it's all brown like that, want to do about half. Again, I go very heavy with the spices. Why not? Anybody watch the last season of The Crown? Stunning. Stunning piece of work. Charles is a compelling character. Diana, on the other hand, listen, I love her, but every time she said, gosh, I rooted for the tunnel. Actually, Princess Margaret is my favorite. She was like the Scott Disick of the family. She really just threw out hard truths out there, didn't she? Okay, see now, look at all that oil that's released. Great. Turn this off. And let that just like cool down there for a second. By the way, this holiday season I watched The Grinch about 19 times, which is a lot even for me. So now you've got your slitted spoon and you've got your bowl. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drain the meat from the juices The easiest way that I have found, instead of having to pour the thing, is just to scoop out the meat and then you just throw out the juices. Watch. Watch! Watch! Alright, so now we put this aside. Now very carefully, because these do retain heat quite easily, we will drain this. You can dry it if you want to. We'll see. So now you want to take the meat that you just drained and put it back in there. And you want to evenly distribute it along the bottom of your Dutch, French, cocoa oven, whatever you like to call it. Some sort of cooking receptacle. Yeah. Camilla. Now we come get our rice. So the rice that was in the water in the sink, we picked it up, we threw the water away, and we kind of just shook it off. You know, you rinsed it. That'll go back, that'll go on the pan on top of this. And you just want to evenly distribute like that, like so. Yes. Okay. Remember, that's 2 cups of long grain, just your regular old Mahatma. Don't do brown rice, don't do any of that fancy bullshit, because it's just not gonna work with me. You wanna grab the rest of your seasoning and just evenly distribute that, yes. Very good, yeah. Indeed, yeah. Again, you can't, I don't believe you can over-season. Yes, I do. I know that voice is super annoying. Have up to 4 cups of water nearby, just because you want to have enough water that it's going to cover this. So, you very gently pour water on it, and you want to cover, this is only 2 cups of water, I might need 2. This is going to, honestly, this is going to vary depending on the size of your pot. 3 cups is good. Now we're going to bring this high into a boil. Okay. And wait for that to come to a boil. A Suzanne boil, as it were. This is going to boil, eventually. Once it boils, you want to boil it uncovered like this, so the water is below the rice level, if that makes any sense. Camilla! This is reducing quite nicely. So what's going to happen is, once this is reduced to the point that it's below rice level, we're going to lower the temperature to low, cover it, and then just let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes until it's all, the water's all been absorbed. See? See? Below rice level. Almost. There. See? Okay, so now cover. And put on low. That'll simmer for 20 to 30 minutes on low. So I will see you in 20 to 30 minutes. Actually, in the meantime, what you should do is prepare the garnishing. Grab about half a cup of pine nuts and about half a cup of slivered almonds. And you actually need to keep an eye on this. Nothing's happening, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. Oh my god, they burnt! It's been 10 minutes, that's ready to be served. But how does one serve such a thing? Well, here's the tricky part. You have to flip that over onto a tray. A normal person would get a pretty tray, make it look nice. I'm more of a utilitarian, so I'm gonna use good old aluminum tray. That smells delicious, like Margaret Thatcher's cooking in every single episode of season 4. Okay, wish me luck. Oh God, please work. I think it worked. Hey baby, don't embarrass me. Oh yes. Listen, it's not beautiful, but I've done worse. Grab your toasted nuts and just sprinkle on top like so. Raisins. This can comfortably feed 6. That's it. Bon appetit!